How to use the crafter in Minecraft 1.21. The crafter is a new block that allows you to automatically craft items from its inventory when it is powered. This is in the update for Minecraft 1.21, which isn't out yet, but you can try this by turning on the experiments when you're creating a new world. There could be changes to the crafter after this video. If there are, I'll have a card on the top right to an updated video. How to get the crafter. The crafting recipe for the crafter is 5 iron ingots, a crafting table, 2 redstone dust, and a dropper in this pattern. The crafter has to be mined with a pickaxe, otherwise it will be destroyed. How to use the crafter. When placing the crafter, it will face towards the player. The crafter is a directional block, so it can be faced up or down and will output the items from whichever direction the face is pointed. The crafter is similar to the dropper. There will be 9 inventory slots inside. It can be opened by right-clicking or interacting with it and will show this display. On the left is a 3x3 crafting grid, the redstone arrow in the middle, and a crafted item based on the items and placements in the slots. The red arrow will turn red when the crafter is crafting an item, or will stay on when it just has crafted an item. You can manually place items into the crafter's inventory slots. It uses the same crafting recipes as the crafting table, although you can't see the crafting recipes in it. You can disable slots when they are empty by clicking on them. If a recipe only requires 1 slot, you can disable the other 8. This is important if you want to craft specific items that require multiple slots or only need 1. The outside of the crafter looks like this. The top will have this grid on top, similar to the crafting grid. This will light up when the crafter is crafting an item or it is activated. There are 2 notches towards the back that will light up when the crafter is powered. This just means it is receiving a redstone signal. When these 2 notches turn on, there will be a slight squeaking sound. On the sides, there will be these things that look like ears that will switch on and off when the crafter crafts an item. The front of the crafter will have a face on it that will be the location it ejects or transfers items into another container. The mouth will open when the crafter is activated, and there will be a particle effect like the dispenser. The mouth will close after the activation. In this way, it is similar to the dropper, as the crafter can transfer items when crafted into a dispenser, dropper, hopper, shulker box, chest, trap chest, or another crafter. If there isn't a container there, the crafted item will be ejected like a dispenser. Also, if the container is full or there is a block that it can't be put into, the item will be ejected anyways. Also, if you're crafting a recipe that has a byproduct like empty glass bottles or buckets, this will be transferred or ejected also. If you place a hopper underneath the crafter, items in the crafting grid will be transferred into the hopper. This will remove items before they are crafted. Hoppers, droppers, and other crafters can transfer items into the crafter. This can be facing into all 4 sides and the top, although the front-facing hopper would transfer the crafted item back into the crafter. The way that items are transferred is from the top left to the bottom right of the enabled slots if there is an empty slots. So unlike normally with a hopper where it goes left to right, the crafter will fill in empty slots first. Also, it will fill the lowest stack instead of going in order. This is important because if you are crafting a specific recipe, having an empty slot, it could be filled with another item and could result in it not working. A lot of crafting recipes require a specific pattern to work. For the crafter to craft an item, it has to receive a redstone signal and waits 2 redstone ticks or 0.2 seconds before crafting or ejecting the crafted item based on the items in the crafting grid. Nothing will happen if there isn't an item that can be crafted. This means that you can make the crafter automatically craft items with a redstone signal. Similar to the droppers and dispensers, it only crafts items when the redstone signal is activated and won't if still powered, so you will have to turn the signal on and off to have the crafter craft items. One of the other differences is that the crafter doesn't have quasi-connectivity. This originally was a bug in Java Edition and at this point is a feature. It allows pistons, dispensers, and droppers to be powered if the block above them would be activated. Crafters do not have this. One thing to really consider is how quickly you want to have the crafter be activated by redstone. An example is if you use the crafter to craft gold ingots into a block of gold. Gold ingots have multiple recipes, so if you don't have a full crafting grid, the crafter could craft gold pressure plates or gold nuggets. It might be better to have a long delay before it crafts items. With redstone comparators that are facing out from the crafter, it can emit a signal from reading the crafter. The signal will be 0 to 9. This is based on the number of of slots disabled and if the other slots have items in it. For example, if you have 5 disabled slots and only have 1 item in it, it will output a signal of 6. This could be useful for turning off the crafter if the crafting grid isn't full. Or you could also use the redstone comparator to activate the crafter when all the slots are full. In conclusion, this is going to be a very useful block. It is going to make storage a lot easier as you can craft items like melon slices into melons. Also, you can craft dried kelp into dried kelp blocks to use them as fuel, or craft bamboo into bamboo blocks or planks. There is going to be a lot of applications for the crafter, especially in farms.